Welcome in, everybody, to the September 29th edition of the Fly for Fun show. Tonight is our 39th show of the year. Captain Ray, I know this year is, man, it is flying by. It seems like we just thought of this, and here we are coming up on October. Tonight's guest, we got Bob Dempsey, who runs the Old Farts and with Drones on a Facebook page, and then he also has his own his YouTube channel. I have the link in the chat in the description. And then Lauren Donauer will be joining us with a little insight to some of the new DJI products. I know there's been a lot of this week. It has been a stellar week in news with drones, and Autel hit the market with a lot of drones a couple of nights ago, and today they've been, I know Facebook posts and Twitter and Instagram all over the place, and some videos.
Lauren's always got good inside scoop.
Yeah, and Lauren, I know he messaged us and said he's got a little something for us. So yeah, but Lauren's going to join us probably about 6:30 or so, 6:25. We got some Fly for Fun stickers. As usual, we'll be giving that away about halfway through the show. We'll give some stickers away, and we got some Stevie. And actually, I'm wearing Stevie's shirt and got the Idaho quadcopter hat there. Morgan sent me a hat. So, want to support all the channels, guys. And, we appreciate, we try to support everybody and people support us. So we want to give back. We'll be giving away the stickers, of course. We got 2 Part 107 questions. We'll add 2 more names to the hat for a chance to win a JohnnieDroneFlyer cap. So I think we got 6 names so far. And we'll add 2 tonight, and we'll do that next week. And just a quick note, next week we got Kelly Shores joining us and Billy Kyle. So just keep that in mind. And Kelly will give us an update on Spin Up. That'll be 1 month away. That'll be exactly 30 days. And I reached out to Kelly and wanted to find out how he's coming. I think he's in his 3rd batch of tickets. So, and we do have I do have the drone show guide out if anybody wants one. I'm constantly updating it, so just message me or Captain Ray or just get in touch with us. I'll email you one. Yep. Message it. We had a couple birthdays this week. Tom Darling, Dustin Dunhill, and Lloyd Mendenhall had birthdays. So want to wish
happy birthday, you all.
Yeah, and then of course, I know we reached out last week. Greg Pittman's mother passed away, and they had the services Monday. So Greg, we hope that he can get back straight a little bit and get back to normal. I know it's been a rough week or so, but yeah, just keep him in your prayers. And we'll do the Part 107 questions. And hey, Ray, we got a lot of people in the chat. If how was your week? I know you was on a little mini vacation. And
yeah, well, it was sort of a vacation. It was a family reunion, but it was really a celebration of life.
Right.
My cousin, she died about 10 years ago, and her new husband, her second husband, died about 2 months ago, and their son wanted to do a celebration of life down at his place in Boone, North Carolina, which is in the mountains of North Carolina. It's beautiful. My cousin has a beautiful log cabin. It's called Dragonfly. It's great. I got a video of it, and I've done a video when I was there last year too. He's got a river that runs right behind the cabin, and it's a great place to fly a drone, other than there's a lot of trees. But if you stay in the middle above the river, you don't have a problem. I mean, the FPV guys would love flying through the trees, but that's not me.
Right, and you made a little short video of it, I think, right? And I show a little bit of that?
Yeah, it was a little, like I said, family reunion, and it was touching, to say the least.
Let me see.
It's a great place. It really is. And I did some fishing too while I was there. But adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. On this adventure, we go down to North Carolina, and we're going to go to Boone, and we're going to Dragonfly.
Good shot there.
Wayne and Sandy's beautiful log cabin right on the Watauga River. That's the group right there. Yeah, with the family.
So, Ray, do they live there full time?
No, that's their second home. They live in Greensboro, about 2 hours away. But my cousin from Florida flew up, and we all met there. They rented the cabin next door for the family from Florida. So they stayed in that cabin. I stayed with them and
Wayne,
theirs,
Maggie, and Tyler
and
even went
they
to
went
their
out to their
special
favorite
place
rock
on
out
that
there.
special rock.
I flew the drone above the river, and he was spending time with his two daughters right on that rock right there, and we just had a great time.
Right. Yeah.
Family is the most important thing in my book. You know, and you know, you, I love flying drones, but family is number one.
Right.
So, but as you can see, this is a great place to fly a drone right on the
Yeah, it
river here.
is. Very, very pretty. I think
Yeah.
didn't you go up there and didn't your cousin fly a drone with you?
Yeah, that was last year. I was there in
Right.
April.
Yeah.
Actually, I visited him in April and we flew drones together. I talked him into getting a Mavic Mini. That was his first drone. And well, he bought a cheaper one that he couldn't fly before that. But you know how that is. And then he bought the Mini and he loves his Mavic Mini and he flies it here when he's there. But there's great fishing in that river right there. I caught some trout, 3 trout actually, and I'll be posting a little video about the fishing too. But it was just great seeing everybody, and it's
Yeah,
always good
yeah,
to
and
get away on
I
a
mean
little
that's a
road
great
trip.
thing y'all did. I know, that's it was kind of like you said, it's a combination of both. But hey,
But we got a great crowd in the house. Let me welcome some people in.
yeah, absolutely.
Jody Drone Shots, he was number one. Thomas Ariels all the way in Ireland, and Aki Rasho. Good to see you, Leonard. Good to see you. Maddie's Drone World. How you doing, buddy? John Olson, right here from Long Island. Barry from Massachusetts. I always think he's in Rhode Island because I met him in Rhode Island, but he's actually from Massachusetts. JC Flying, how you doing, JC? Um, One Vision Aerial. Dustin, how you doing? I'm going down the list, and we got Bob Dempsey in the back room eating the shrimp. And he's going to be a great guest. There's no doubt about it. His old farts group. I just love the name of it.
Yeah, it caught on really quick. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
it
that.
did.
Yeah, I
Matt
see.
Bagwell, good to see you. Art, how you doing? Mike Rennick, good to see you. TJ, did I say TJ already? How you
Yeah,
doing, TJ? John Bonifant. I think he's in Rhode Island. I think John lives in Rhode Island. Yeah. Jack Rabbit FPV. How you doing, Chris Hope? Texas. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Mark Fisher. There's Mark. How you doing, buddy? Eddie Nunez. Good to see you. We got a great crowd in the house, Johnny. I'm telling you. Thank you guys all for coming in, watching. And
yeah, I see
we got another great show lined up.
Yeah.
Chris Wedgeworth. Good to see you.
Greg Pittman just popped in. Michael Fly Zone. Okie Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You continue with the list.
Yeah, I'm just seeing them pop up. John Bonifant.
Yeah.
We try to mention everybody, guys, and we really appreciate you coming out. I know. Listen, there's a lot of shows on, and we really take pride in you guys coming in, and we try to have some different guests on our show. I say it's a little different because we try to interview the pilots, and of course, Ray, and we can't get away without, and we'll bring Bob in a few minutes, but we can't get away without talking about at least the all-tail release and what are your feelings? And I
tell you, I was looking forward to it. I really was, and I just, not that it's really high priced, but it was just, it's too high for what I think it's worth. People that love all-tail will say it's definitely worth it, but I think it should have been more comparable to the DJI prices. That's all.
We on drone. On Build a Drone Reviewer last night. I was on with Marcus, and we talked a little bit about that. And I think with the labor and the chip shortage and stuff like that, it could affect. And that's. I know the little Nano is $649, and if you get they say it has a premium bundle, I think it's called. But and Tomas sent me a little video on a guy did it's still kind of doesn't really say what goes. I guess you get one battery with the $649, and then for $150, I guess you get 2 more batteries. So it still is a little bit, till we see some reviews. So that would put that drone at about $800, plus tax. compared to maybe a DJI Mini 2. And I'm not saying, it does have some more features. It has obstacle avoidance, and so.
And as much as this is my favorite right here. I love the Air 2S. I love it.
Well,
I can't say enough about it.
That drone, they'll have to go a long way to beat that drone, but I think that they can do it. And you and I had Randall on the show when a couple months ago now, of course, and that was a question that we asked, and I know we were getting it from the chat. They only have one drone really for sale. And we kind of asked him in the back room, and I know he answered the question a little bit different than he did on the show, but he pretty well told us that they had something coming out, and that I'm sure that drone was probably in production when he got there. But they actually,
Randall was a man of his word.
He
didn't BS us. He told it like it was, and I'm glad it's released, to be honest with you, because DJI doesn't need competition.
Yeah, and I think it's but now they really have some. There's actually two of each. I guess there's two of each, right? Or there's three. There's a plus, a nano, a plus, and then a light. So basically, it's six different drones.
And the Hot Rod saying the light plus is going to beat the 2S. So,
well, Hot Rod's a big. I know.
We'll see. I'm sure it may. You never know. Yeah, but I bet you it's a lot more money too.
I'm not sure what Hot Rod. Well, I had to. There's so many pages and stuff, places you can go now. I'm not sure what that drone would come to. And Hot Rod is asking, wait for the Mini 3 price, and that's something I hope Lauren can. I don't know if he'll have the exact price, but I'm hoping he can give us a little rundown on that tonight. Maybe I don't really know, and I know we always pick on Lauren about him knowing stuff and all, but.
No, the Mavic 3 is going to be a higher price drone, no doubt about it. But the Mini 3, if that gets released, I still think that'll be less than an Autel drone, but we'll see.
But isn't it funny how the Mini 3 talk just kind of went away for a few days here now? It's kind of like it's kind of got caught in the shuffle,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this last quarter of the year, I'll tell you what, Santa Claus better have some big ears and some big pockets, because
I know.
I mean,
I like asking Santa for a new drone. I do.
Well, hey, you got enough to ask for. I mean, and I personally know your Santa Claus in the name of Cheryl, so I mean, if she's listening, we'll.
Hey, Angela, how you doing?
Angela.
Hey, Bill Ronayne, good
Bill
to see you.
Welcome in. But
so anyway, we got Bob back there, Johnny. Is there anything else you want to cover before we bring him in?
No, I think if you want to introduce Bob, we'll get him in the house here.
Bob had that group. I came across it fairly early. I was one of the first, in our groups, us guys that watch our live streams, to find out about it. And Bob was very welcoming to me, and so were the members of that group. Old farts with drones. I mean, it's such a cool name, but Bob is a great drone pilot, and he comes to us all the way from Las Vegas.
Hello, guys.
How you doing, Bob?
Oh, great to be here.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful. Yes, well, Santa Claus is one of my professions, so I know the man myself.
That would have been cool if you had your little Santa Claus outfit on. It would have threw everybody off.
You're gonna need a bigger sled this year with all these drones.
Oh, I'll tell you,
we're gonna have you back right before Christmas.
I would love it. I'm in full dress the all of December, so we'll do that. That will be fun, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Well, wonderful. It's great to be here. I'm so glad. My first thing I want to say is a big thank you to CaptainRay. I have to tell you, my little group started as kind of almost just like an inside joke with about a half a dozen guys, and I sent it out to all of my friends, and I wound up with about 30, maybe 40 members until CaptainRay happened along, and all of a sudden I started getting 30, 40 member requests a day, and I really attribute that to CaptainRay. I really do. he was instrumental in getting some other people to pay attention to it.
I hang around with a lot of old farts. That's why.
I am an old fart,
And I would love to invite the young guys in, but it's the old fart.
For the young guys out there, I have completely opened this up. As long as you behave, I have no problem. In fact, I tell people the age is a state of mind. It's not a number, It's right. I welcome everybody, really. You just got to answer the questions and you're in, okay? That's the story. Good. Well, any questions?
I tell you, Bob, it's great to see you. And your group posts some great videos. They post great photos. You have a lot of great pilots in your group.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple of Hollywood guys that are participating and being really active, and one of which I don't want to tell you his name, but he invented the MAV mount. That's his product. And he's an active flyer and a contributor to Old Farts with Drones. I was honored that he started contacting me, and I was like, wow, I've been using a MAV mount on my drone since the Mini 1, and so I was excited about that, But anyway,
Bob, Bob, your YouTube channel is
There's Drone two Adventure. Of them. There's Bob's Drone Adventures, which is where I'm posting all of my drone stuff. I originally started off just saying there's so much beautiful desert in the outside of Las Vegas here in the desert. So I was, and of course it's legal to fly out there in that G airspace out there. And of course, we also have a lot of military airspace around Las Vegas also. So, but anyway, my intention was to show some of that. And I've continued with a variety of other things. And it's this addiction to drones, I didn't understand it until that first Mini showed up. And then I was like... checking the wind every day of my life,
Yeah, it's unbelievable how you buy one little drone and a couple of years later you got I'm down to 4. I sold 2 this week.
3. And an airplane. Yeah.
So Bob, tell us how we ask every guest this, not just you.
Sure.
Tell us how you became involved with drones.
Well, I'm a graphic designer in Las Vegas here, and one of my clients is a solar installation company. And about 5-6 years ago, he got a Phantom, and I was wigged out by it. I mean, I made him call me every time they're taking it out. I want to watch, and I couldn't justify the $2, maybe $3 at the time to buy one for fun, without anything to do with it. But I just really enjoyed it, watching it. And I've been shooting video for about 15 years professionally. I've got a couple real pro video camera setups. I got lights and microphones and all the other stuff that I need for that. And I've been working in Las Vegas shooting videos for conventions and then delivering the videos back to the clients, of a highlight of their Las Vegas event, kind of thing. And so I was really intrigued. And then as you know, I do Santa Claus. So in January, my birthday is also December 22nd. So in January, after the Christmas season, I usually have a few extra bucks, and I always buy myself a birthday present, So at the beginning of 2020, I bought a Mini, and like I say, that just kind of got me got me hooked. I started, bought every accessory you could buy. I started watching you. I started watching Ray. I started watching Johnny. I started watching Bill and Ron Brown and all of the Marcus, all of them. I started, and my wife would say, "What are you watching?" And I would constantly tell her, "I'm watching Old Farts with Drones here," you know? So anyway, then, you know, I flew the Mini a lot. And then at the end of December this year, or the 2021 or 2020, I guess, in January of 21, I went and bought myself a new present. I bought an Air 2, and I loved it. You know, I was really intrigued, and seeing better things. And then in April, I did the Best Buy shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had bought it from Best Buy. I pulled up my account. It said I had a 365-day return. After using it for 4 months, I packed it up, got it much as packed up as I could, and took it back on April 14th. And on April 15th, I got the Air 2S. You know, I was standing at the door of the store the first day, you know, and so it was, so now, you know, I'm just really getting more and more hooked. And
that's great.
I started communicating with a lot of other guys on all of these Facebook groups, and I got to be friends with a group of old guys. I'll say it, you know, other old farts, and they kept, a few of them started telling me stories about people telling them to shut up and to, you know, just look at the manual and just, you know, why don't you search before you ask questions, stupid questions, and, you know, and all of this. And, you know, our generation, we didn't grow up with a game controller in our hand, you know? I mean, you know, there's not a lot of us at 70 who are as technical as I am. I mean, I've been, you know, I bought my first computer in 81, and that's my third computer right back there. That's a Mac Plus back there. And that was my number 3. And I don't know if you can see over here, that was number 4. That's another flat Mac thing, you know. But anyway, so these guys were complaining, and you know, I said, you know, it's time we start a group for senior citizens, and we don't, you know, call each other names, and we don't have any politics, and we don't have any, you know, we keep a positive conversation moving all the time. And so that was the stimulus to start Old Farts with Drones.
Yeah, and Bob, you know, Bob, you bring up an interesting point. You know, it's so much more than, you know, flying a drone may be the easiest part, but you know, when you try to start editing, when you try to start, you know, color grading, or you know, making a little, you know, YouTube, you need help with YouTube. You need a good laptop. You need a good phone. So you know, the drone is, I say it's the easiest part. It might be the easiest part. You know.
Right.
Because you take the footage and then you get it back home and you're like, okay, what do I do with this? You know?
I'm sure I'm like everyone else. I have hundreds of hours of drone footage I haven't edited yet.
And you don't, exactly.
You know, I mean, I got stuff that I remember shooting that I haven't seen in 8-9 months. Yeah.
You know, we're talking a little bit about editing, and Mark Fisher's in the chat, you know?
Yeah.
And I met Mark, and he is an amazing editor. I got to give him a lot of credit. And I'm not just saying it because he's in the chat. If he wasn't in the chat, I'd be saying it. But no, editing he's on really adds to your video.
Well, I think anybody in the community, if you reach out to them, whether it's Facebook and email, even, you know, sometimes they got their phone number up. I mean, you know, I think, you know, I know I'm willing to help as much as I know. And I know Captain Ray has been on the phone, and we got guys, FPV guys that I know, Doc Murdoch, and, and there's just numerous. Maddie Kondoff is great.
Yeah.
Lauren Donauer sitting in the back, and Lauren's great. John Coopy, I mean, Marcus and Ron. You know, I'll tell you what, everybody helps everybody. And
Yes,
I'm gonna pop this
I
first
found that
question
to be
up
the
as we
case.
go.
You want me to read it, Johnny?
Yeah, you can.
Who is ultimately responsible for preventing a hazardous situation before an accident occurs? A, remote pilot in command. B, person manipulating the controls. Or C, visual observer. That's a pretty easy one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look
That answer
look who
is
got the right answer, John. and we didn't tell him, you know.
I'm sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button there.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I think Lauren got it first. Lauren done
Yay,
that.
Lauren. That's the answer for
Congratulations.
about 60% of the test. Remote pilot in command.
It is. If that answer is on the test question, it's pretty well almost, unless it's got a and or maybe or something. You know, the way they word to trick you up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's
and Bob, you are part 107. You said.
Yes. And I've taken the update about a month and a half ago, and I've taken the trust exam. I've got all the certificates in my drone bag, Yep.
That's good. I'm studying now, and I hope to be a part 107 shortly. I just have a hard time sitting down and spending the time doing it, but I'll get it done.
Ray, I'm gonna have to I need your account, your number for password for your YouTube, and I have to take it away from you so you can't watch.
Yeah.
This hasn't got me any girls, or it hasn't got me any discounts, or it hasn't got me on any airplanes in a better way, or nothing,
It's a cool looking card, though. You got to admit.
It is a good looking card.
Well, Ray, we got Lauren that popped in. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring him, and then we'll ask Bob some of the questions after. Lauren's sitting back here, and I think he
no problem.
Lauren is in Canada, and we'll Lauren, good afternoon.
Hey, Lauren, welcome.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Lauren, meet Bob. Bob, meet Lauren.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, Bob,
good to meet you.
I've seen you on.
Good. I know that this is not popular in Canada.
What?
The Golden Knights.
I
don't, Lauren. We
the
feel
hockey
honored.
People.
We feel honored that you wanted to come on the show tonight, Lauren.
What do you mean honored?
No, I mean
you twisted my arm, Ray. You threatened me that
it's one of those
if I didn't come, that you were going to talk to your law enforcement buddies here in Calgary and have you arrested. I had a choice.
Yeah, Lauren, you would go to jail for running the stop sign if you didn't come on the show.
Yeah.
But Lauren is obviously one of the expert pilots that come into the various live streams, and we're always good to have him come in. I love seeing him in the chats, because he gives us some of the inside scoops, and he's got to be very careful when he does that. And I will never name him where I get my information from. But Lauren, I hear you got some inside scoop for us.
Actually, quite a few tonight.
But before you get into that, let's keep everybody at bay. Tell us how you got involved with drones. I know some people in the chat know your story, but how did you get involved with drones?
Well, basically, I've been doing photography since I was 12 years old. And I'm not a traditional dronist in that I'm not really into making videos. I will make one occasionally, but for me, the drone is an extension of my camera. I do a lot of wildlife and landscapes and stuff like that. And for a lot of my landscapes, it gives me an opportunity to get a different vantage point for that.
Right.
Just as a side note, I sold 2 pictures today for $1,000. So,
oh, wow.
So
nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Good job.
Was it Captain Ray and JohnnieDroneFlyer? Was one of each?
And what were they of? If you don't mind me asking, what type of photos were they, Lauren?
Well, I can show you
Yeah, we'd love to see them.
if you give me a minute. Talks amongst yourself for a second.
See, now this is great. You know, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I know you have great
No.
photos, Lauren. I'm always complimenting you.
Yeah, Lauren, you do. I tell you what, I know some of the stuff that you put up is really, and I know, like you've always said, it is an extension. It's a flying camera, and I know we try to take it to another level with some of the videos and stuff. But man, it really is. That's getting those stills is really some of the best stuff you can do.
I used to love aerial photography. You know, I would go up in a police helicopter and take photos from the police helicopter. But now you fly a drone and get the same shots.
Yeah, a lot cheaper per flight.
Yeah, hey, a lot cheaper than a helicopter, huh, Captain?
Yeah.
Where the heck?
But I'll tell you, there was one time I was filming a fishing tournament out in Montauk, which is the eastern end of Long Island. And I remember leaning towards the window, and the pilot, no sooner do I start to lean where the wind starts taking me, he says, "You can't lean that far. It'll take you right out."
Welcome in, Marcus.
Wow.
Bill Thomas, welcome in. I'm why is Lauren doing that? Drone Views Media. Who else is in? Of course, Mark Fisher's
Hey,
in.
Marcus,
JC.
how you doing?
Marcus, check it out. Check it out, Marcus. Justin, welcome in.
Okay, Johnny, if you can share my screen for a sec.
Hey, Justin. How
Did
doing,
you
buddy?
did you try to share it? I'll give you permission. I think you have to try it first.
Oh, hang on.
Jim's droning. Good to see you.
Oh, for some reason it's not allowing me to share my screen.
Gary Brain Aerials. Good to see you. These are the problems I have when I try to share it too, Lauren. Sometimes I even knock myself right out of the stream.
Yeah, I don't see it popping up, Lauren. Just usually. Oh wait, hold up. I got it.
Okay. There.
Nice. Oh, the train. Beautiful. What a shot.
Freight train. Oh, no, beautiful.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Was that shot recently?
Saturday.
What colors too?
Yeah, you're not lying.
You got
Very
the
pretty.
full foliage started up there in Calgary. That's in Calgary, right, Lauren?
Well, this is about 50 miles west of Calgary.
And Lauren, what was that shot with?
That was actually shot with my Canon camera.
Gotcha.
This one wasn't a drone shot.
Right. Man, that is beautiful though. The colors. Look at the reflection off the water.
I do have a couple of drone shots that are in with this. Like, okay, this one is a drone shot.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
very
of course
nice.
is a drone shot.
Okay. That's the
And
infrared
again-
camera, right?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Well, that was an infrared or thermal camera, flare
Yeah,
camera.
that was Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Lauren, didn't you put some sunsets with the thermal camera? Was that you?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing around with that for
Yeah,
for a
that
week.
was pretty. That was pretty neat. I saw that the other day pop up.
Yeah.
So Lauren, I mean, I got to ask you before we even get into some DJI. What is your take on the Autel releases? And I mean, did they release too many drones at once? Or?
Well, I'm glad you went to that because that's where I wanted to start.
Well, we think alike. I don't know if that's good, but
Well, personally, a lot of people may not be aware. Like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, DJI got rid of their entire R&D department in California.
Okay.
Okay, and it was all part of a big shakeup that went on. I'm thinking it's 2 years ago now. But what a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of people from that R&D department went over to Autel.
Right.
So I think what we're seeing now from Autel is kind of the fruits of that labor. They would most likely have a non-disclosure agreement that probably last for about a year.
Right.
So basically, unconfirmed that they were involved in these 2 new drones, but I would be very surprised if they weren't. And that being said, like there was a lot of good stuff came out of the California R&D department. So I actually have really high hopes on these 2 new Autel ones. And as we always say, it's great to have good competition.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yep.
You know?
Lauren, was you surprised by the price, or was that about what you was thinking on some of those?
When you consider the extra things that it has, it might be just a little bit high, but I don't think it's really outrageous.
Right.
Okay. When you start adding in all the extras, like just the obstacle avoidance, that's not cheap to do.
Right.
And remember, a lot of the initial price is to start recovering their R&D
Research and
costs,
development, yeah.
right? Once they recover their R&D costs, that's usually when your prices change.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, and you know, my big word of caution is just because it's a new drone, and it doesn't matter whether it's Autel, DJI, whatever, you don't need to go out and buy it on the first day. Guess what? It's still going to be there on the second day, the second week, or even the second month.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
And
good
yeah,
advice.
and Randall Warner said that himself when he was on our show. You know, he even talked about, hey, you don't need to buy a new drone every 90 days.
Right.
Just because,
Enjoy what you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not
Learn
only that,
what you
Exactly.
not only that,
That's
but
always my advice.
what can you hurt by maybe watching a few reviews, and not just by the top reviewers, but by the everyday Joes that are flying,
Yeah,
and get their opinions. Are they happy with what they purchased? Right.
Right.
Because,
if they're happy a month later too, that's the thing.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than buyer's remorse.
Right.
So,
And that's exactly what happened to me with the FEMI Minis.
exactly.
And I should have known better. But I got caught up in the hype.
But FEMI does make a good stuff if you can wait around for enough upgrades. If you can, and they're not known for bringing those out real fast.
Yeah, Morgan said he's got to buy it on the first day, Lauren.
Well, no, but that's Marcus. Marcus has got more money than God.
Right.
Poor Marcus.
But that's good because I enjoy Marcus's reviews. His videos are great.
Oh, yeah.
I think he gets that drone and he flies it over the Snake River Canyon, and I think it's great.
Well, not only that, but he's got a little bit more down to earth presentation.
Yeah.
Well,
and Marcus will be flying it. He'll be flying it 6 months later too. That's a lot of these reviewers. They may only get it and then fly that one time, and they may not ever even do the updates on some of those drones. And that's the only problem I have with some of the big time reviewers.
Yeah. Their stuff is very polished and stuff, but let's do a 6 months down the road and review it again. Do you still feel the same way?
Right. Right.
Hey, Lloyd, good to see you.
Yeah.
Now,
so Lauren, not to put you on the spot, but any word about the DJI Mini 3?
I was just going there.
Okay, good.
Now,
thank you.
If you remember, about a month, 2 months ago, I said wait till mid-October.
Yep.
Well, the first thing is going to be the Action 2. And that is going to get released on October 22nd. Hang on, I'm just going to go through my notes.
I'm going to start writing this stuff down, Lauren.
And that poor item got caught up in all the news this week. Kind of got, got sandwiched in between.
So, so basically mid-October, they're going to start shipping to dealers. And then they are going to do the teaser on the 23rd. And then the product release is going to be on the 27th. And it's going to be available on the 28th.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Good info.
The
Mini 3
it's
is
gonna
going
be-
to stay in November.
The camera is going to be 4K, 120 frames per second, 155-degree field of view. And the slogan, so that you know I'm not full of crap, wait for it. The slogan is more than action.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
and price is going to be between $400 and $500 depending on which you get, because there's a power combo package, which is $400 US, and the dual screen combo, which is $530 US. So
Nice.
Very nice, Lauren.
Yeah.
well,
I might be asking Santa for that. That's for sure.
Ah, yeah.
There you go, Bob. Bob, I hope you take a note.
I am. I've got it written down. Is that a front and the dual screen? Is that front and back camera? Is that what that is?
being it's dual screen, I'm going to have to think that, yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a GoPro guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've just bought a Pocket 2. So I'm in the midst of still learning that.
Now, Captain Ray, you let her know about the Mini.
Yeah, I'm a
I
mini
said
guy.
It was going to be around November 4th.
Right, my anniversary. I remember
Right. Sorry.
that.
Not,
Oh,
No, looks like it's going to be around November 15th.
November.
oh, okay, that's not bad.
That one is not confirmed yet, but all the rest of the DJI events that are planned for the rest of the year, I've accounted for, except for one they have planned for around November 15th. And so that should be the Mini around then. That's all the details I have on that. You know, the rest I could guess till the cows come home. But
Right.
So is the Mini 3 going to be able to fly itself or what? Can you give us any more information
Great.
about it?
Brainwaves.
I think it works on voice command.
Okay. Yeah.
As long as you can yell 3 miles, you're good. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So
Well, I know a lot of people are very interested in the Mavic 3 too. I know that's going to be a high-priced drone, and it's going to be way too high for me. That's for sure.
The what I've seen out there between let's see, Drone XL and a few others, like I talked to and I said, I think your prices are off the mark, but I suspect that the base model is going to be between $1,800 and $1,900, and for the cinema combo, you're probably looking close to $3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, like that's quite a jump, you know. But first thing to remember is that cinema one includes a ProRes license, and that's $500 right there.
Lauren, they were asking about that last night. So is that basically is $500 for every drone? I mean, not for light. I mean,
For every drone.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Stevie,
then,
how you doing?
and the other thing is it's got the smart controller. So figure out what the cost of that smart controller is, right? Now you partially offset the cost is because you're not going to get the regular controller. You're going to have the smart controller. So that kind of partially offsets the cost. So it should be hitting around between $2,900 and $3,100.
But you can buy a version without the smart controller.
Well, no, you got your basic package and then you got the cinema.
Cinema,
right?
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And everything that I've heard so far, you could buy the regular package and then buy the smart controller separate, and it would work with it.
Okay.
But I think that the current smart controllers will also work with it.
Really?
Yes, because if you think about it, they're going to be running O3 with that, right? And since you can fly the Air 2S with the current smart controller, that's also O3. So I can't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to.
The new one with the Cinema to be a version 2 smart controller, right, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new smart controllers.
It's nice.
Got,
it's nice when things are compatible.
Yeah. It's got quite a few upgrades and stuff like that makes it worth it. So.
Yeah. Well, Lauren, that price, I know they've been throwing numbers around for 2 or 3, 4 months now, of course. But, if you do professional stuff or Part 107 and you do, insurance and, if you do Part 107 stuff, I'm not saying, $3,000 is, it's a lot of money, but, you can, that could be made back quick and, doing some, Part 107 work. So.
And answer to Michael's question, I don't know if it's going to be backwards compatible to the O2, but entirely possible, So now, do you want release dates?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that would be great.
We want release dates in a test drone.
Marcus, you're very close, Marcus.
Okay, the teaser is going to come out October 13th. And then the launch date is October 20th. And get ready for the big groan. It's not going to be available to the street until December 20th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's quite a
what a gap.
Yeah. So now
You're still very close, Marcus.
The info that
you're close.
Is that it's not available to the street. Now that
all right, there
does
we
not
go.
mean that you may not be able to buy it from the DJI store. So
really,
yeah.
So Lauren, what is that? So in Canada, y'all are a little bit more. That would be a little bit more, right? These are U.S. prices you're giving us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Just wanted because I know some people might ask,
Answer to Fly Guy. No, basically, if you want a standard one without the Cinema package and the smart controller, you end up having to buy the smart controller separate. And the price on that, I'm gonna suspect that smart controller is gonna probably nail $800.
Okay. It's still a lot cheaper than the Altel one is $1,299.
Well, if that's the case, then they may even charge more.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. If somebody, I think Hot Rod's in the chat. I'm not sure. I think it was $1,299 if I'm not wrong.
Somebody
Dustin got the number, guys. Just to let you know, Dustin got it. 29.
Somebody said they want to know the teaser date was October 13th starts. Now, if they tuned in here and heard me telling about this, they'll probably change it.
Yeah.
Hey, James, how you doing? Welcome.
We appreciate all that information because, and listen, it's fun. I know we laugh when we pick on you a lot of times in some of the chats, and I know you take it well. But, it is fun speculating. And hey, what will we do every night of the week instead of speculate on new drones and prices,
Yeah.
So it's good.
Somebody mentioned last night, I think Matty asked me, he says, do I think it's worth it? For me, absolutely. As a photographer, that Micro Four Thirds sensor, oh yeah, absolutely. And probably April, and this is just me postulating a little bit here, but I think April we may actually see a new Inspire.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because
that's interesting.
Yeah, the Mavic 3 Cinema does a good job of replacing the current Inspire to a point, but not having the 360 camera is what kills it from totally replacing it. So, but
okay, yep.
Lauren, what about the batteries on a Mavic 3? Will it be a big upgrade or?
Well, it's bigger, beefier, holds a little bit more power.
So, okay.
Thanks for bringing that up. Also, there should be an EU version of this. And the EU version is going to use a slightly smaller battery. And the reason for that is to keep it under the 900 grams so that they can keep their Class C rating on it. So just in case somebody's tuning in from EU, but that's what I've heard is going to happen. That's not set in stone yet.
Right.
So
yeah, that's good. Good info, Lauren.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody said I was nuts when I told them about that, and they said no, they wouldn't do that. I said, hey, what about the Mini in Japan?
Yeah, $199. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, and they do it. I mean, they we take it. I mean, you're in Canada, and then the Mini for us is really no big deal, but in Canada it is a big deal, right, Lauren? Under the 249.
Absolutely, like 249, we only have to follow one regulation, 900.06, which basically states that you don't fly your drone to endanger aircraft or people. Right.
Yep.
Like I can literally fly mine at the airport, provided I'm not interfering with air traffic.
Okay.
And that's without also no license, no registration. Right. So
I know we get hung up.
That makes sense. It does.
We get hung up here on a 249. It's for us, it's a $5. If you're a 107, you got to register it anyway. But there's a lot more drones sold all over the world, and not just in the United States. So it is a big factor to a lot of people.
Listen, everybody. Barry is back.
Oh boy,
Barry.
This is where the FAA is so far behind the rest of the world. Is that the pretty much everywhere else is going to risk-based assessment, right? Whereas the United States, it's more politically based, right? Whereas, like, that's where they decided that we can do away with most of the regulations on things like the Mini. They did a risk assessment, and they said even a Mini, if it falls from the sky and lands on somebody, they don't feel it's enough to warrant any severe injury, right? Because, like, you can literally fly a Mini over crowds, over people, whatever. There's no issues about that.
And Lauren, though, wouldn't you think most people? I mean, I think they would probably be respectful of that anyway. I mean, most, I guess.
Yeah. But we've had a lot of people that do things like wedding photography and stuff like that.
Right.
Like our current regulations, if you're going to fly over people, you have to negate any issues, right? And it depends on your license. If you're going to fly over people, you need an advanced license, and your drone has to be approved for that. And part of it is like drones over 250 have to have something like a parachute system.
Robbie had a question for Lauren.
Sure.
Back in the chat. Something about carrying your drone through the airport. Yeah.
Oh, right here. I don't know if you can see it, Lauren. He says if there's any laws about bringing a drone through the airport to visit Canada, any license you need on any drone.
Okay. Now, if the drone is over 250, okay, this is again where the Minis are great. If the drone is over 250 and you are not a Canadian citizen or a foreign national, you are required to get an SFOC, which is a Special Flight Operating Certificate.
Okay.
And in order to get that, you must be licensed in your current country.
Okay.
So, like, if you were to bring up, say, a standard Mavic, you would need to get an SFOC.
Interesting. That's good to know.
But as a 107 holder, you would be able to get that.
Absolutely. Yep.
But anything under 250, you wouldn't have.
You don't need anything, right?
No. Because 250 is not regulated by our regulations other than 900.06. So, and other than keeping your batteries in your carry-on luggage, no issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good because I know. Because Lauren, on the border, can you come to the United States yet or no?
I'm licensed for the States.
No, I said, can you come?
Oh,
can
I come?
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I'm working on it. I'm trying to come to Spin Up. I want to go to CES, and
Okay,
plus I want to do the Florida, right?
Good.
But do you realize
I'm marking you down.
do you realize how many hoops I've got to jump through to try and do this? Because I can't cross the land border. I have to fly in, right? And so I have to have a negative test within 72 hours of taking off. And that's both directions. So I've got to get a test before I go to the States, and then I have to get a test down in the States before they'll let me come back.
Well, you could get that big agriculture drone that kid hooked his 6-year-old son up to, and fly across the border, and then take a car and drive.
Well, first of all, you've seen what happened to that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that drone would lift my fat body.
That was a crazy thing to do.
That was a crazy thing to do.
Yeah. Lauren, if you do come to CES and you do get to Las Vegas, I would love to take you out and show you some really picturesque spots out in the desert outside of Las Vegas here.
Well, I'm currently booked for 5 days down in Vegas right now because I'm CES alumni, so I go down pretty much every year when I can.
When is CES, Lauren?
That's what I was just going to ask.
When is it?
First week of January.
Okay,
January 4th, 7th, something like that.
So it was virtual. It was virtual the last 2 years, or just 2? It's been 2 years.
No, just 1 year.
Okay, 1 year. Okay.
Yeah, last year was virtual, and I was down there the year before. Same year, Marcus was down there, and we kind of went like this.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So you're going down to see the V copter again, is what you're going to.
That looks like a great show. It really does.
It is, but just so you know, CES is not open to the public. You've got to have some
business, right?
Industry
to get in. I've had so many guys. Oh, well, I'll come down with you. Well, yeah, once you get accreditation, but like some of you guys that have YouTube channels could apply to go as media.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been going as media for a while, but I because I work for print publications, I've been getting a media pass every year, but this is exciting.
What hotel?
It's at the convention center.
Oh, the convention center. Yeah, right.
And seven different hotels. It's that big.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I was there for 4 days 2 years ago, and I walked my arse off, and I didn't even come close to seeing everything. Not even close.
Well, Bob, you can go. They would never keep Santa Claus out of CES.
No. Just I've been going for more than 20 years. I've been going to CES, because it's here, All
right, let's do this second question. A person may not act as a crew member of a UAS if alcoholic beverages have been consumed by that person within the proceeding. A, 8 hours, B, 12 hours, C, 24 hours. That's another easy one. Yep. And
bottle to the throttle.
Bottle to the throttle.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But guys, we'll figure
Mike,
it out. I think
congratulations, Mike.
Mike got it. The answer
was it. Yeah, how you doing?
And we'll pull next week for that for the hat.
The JohnnieDroneFlyer hat, right? Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Somebody's going to win this. Not mine. This is the one I've been wearing for 2 months now.
You don't want that one.
That one's worth more.
Ray will sign it. That's what he'll do. There you go.
That's a collector item.
But I'll tell you, it's really it's been a great show. You guys are so interesting. I find you so interesting. I do.
So Lauren, would you be at all interested in Autel or no? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
You would, and which one?
Because I know that they now have some ex-DJI influence.
Right. So you pretty much feel it'll do what's on the box. I mean, basically.
Actually, I got a funny thing I wanted to just mention because you guys were talking about the alcohol. I also run Drones for Good International, and somebody submitted something to me, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And you guys may have seen it on the internet today, but there was a drunk guy working with search and rescue for about 3 or 4 hours trying to find the person, and he found out that the person they were looking for was him.
Yeah, okay. That's a great thing that you do, Lauren, too, is Drones for Good. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I try, and we've got some good backers. There's some really good people in there. There's, Romeo Dersher. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the granddaddy of first responder drones. So.
Yeah.
Well, drones, you know what? I will say this, and just since I've been in the droning in the last couple of years, it seems like you've heard more feel-good stories lately. I mean, there's so much in the law enforcement and in the civil, in the cities and in the states. And so they're all doing a lot, I mean, it seems like, everybody was worried about peeping Toms and all that crap years ago. But now, every community and the police departments and fire departments, they're doing so much good work with the drones. And I think that's a positive light on the drone industry for sure.
Well, it's funny because that picture that I showed you guys that I did on Saturday, I did a little bit of unintentional teaching moments with one of our local conservation officers. You guys might call them park rangers, whatever.
Right.
Same thing. But for us, it's not legal to park in any to fly in any provincial or federal park, right?
Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But where that picture was taken, now you can fly over them, but you can't take off or land in them.
Take off or land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I know all the rules, and part of the main group that I run, we promote safe and legal flying, but we were parked our vehicles in the park area, but then as soon as you cross the road, you're on public land. So we were flying there. We had just finished, and we're walking across the road back to our vehicles. And of course, conservation officer pulls in, and we had a good long chat. And like I say, one of the drones that I had with me was that Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. And we got talking about that. And it was funny because one of the things that he asked us, did you see any hunters out there or any wildlife? And basically, we said, well, we weren't looking for them.
Right.
I said, if you guys were to get these as a first responder drone
tool, yeah,
that would so much help you guys out with the search and rescue. Because, I don't know if you're familiar with the Enterprise Advanced, but if you've seen the dual, the resolution on the dual sucks compared to this.
Oh, is that right? So much better?
But much, much better. But the only problem is it's not cheap. Like it's right. $11,000 Canadian.
Yeah. No, I love seeing the stories where the police are using them, and the success stories when they find a missing person, or whatever.
Well, I do training with our local SWAT team. I teach some of them guys how to fly and stuff, but.
Yeah, and it's only going to become more common for police departments for sure.
Yeah.
I know down in Florida, they're using them to look for the guy with the Gabby Petito case. They brought in the Lee County Sheriff's Office that has quite a large fleet of drones, and they even have, I think it's the Dragonfish drone
the parrot. Yeah, the parrot.
Yeah.
We just need to teach our RCMP how to fly drones. I don't know if you've seen any of the stories, but so far in the last 24 months, they've ran their drones into their own helicopters.
Yeah, I did. I read that one. Yes, I did.
Do they mount them on the horse?
Yeah.
But anyway,
they got more horsepower. That's what it is.
Johnny, we had such a great crowd. These are two great guests. I hate to bring the show to a close,
Yeah, we had some videos, guys, but we'll show those next week. I mean, I had a few, but we try to keep it at about an hour.
If you want to show them, show a couple of them.
Show them. Show them.
Extra minutes.
Yeah.
Bob.
You want to show one of mine?
Yeah, we're gonna show you one in Hawaii. You said, right, Bob?
Yeah, that'd be fine. or the one from Lime Kiln Canyon. That's good.
You can narrate, Bob.
Okay. I walked out from our hotel, and like I said, I've been checking for a couple days, and seeing this chunk of Waikiki Beach is totally unrestricted. I was like, that can't be, because I could stand there and I could see airplanes taking off from the Hawaii airport. But I stood there for, quite a while. I checked everything I could to
Wow, that's pretty.
to make sure that that I was okay there, and I was flabbergasted. So it was a little hazy that day, and that's Diamond Head, and I'm just kind of moving in Cine Smooth mode. Okay, and now I'm curving back, and that's actually the hotel we were staying at right there, and then at the end of this, I don't know if you want to fast forward it, but I do a straight down shot on that marina of all those boats. Was pretty interesting there.
It's a great video.
Here we come.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Right up my alley.
You can see.
Beach and boats.
Yep. Yeah. I fish too. We catch a lot of stripers here in Lake Mead. We have in the past, So I've been. That was a big part of my life too.
Yeah, I love fishing. I did when I had my TV show. We filmed one show from the Big Island.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very nice. Got another one, Johnny? JC's or whatever?
Yeah, let's see.
Mark Fisher sent you one too, right?
Fisher, yeah, I think Mark sent. Let's see what he sent. Mark here. Let's see what Mark sent here.
And like I said, Mark's editing, I think it's just unbelievable. He moves it along so quickly.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Oh yeah, a little time lapse.
Yes.
Yeah,
keep action moving. Yes.
And his wildlife photography is amazing, Lauren. It really is.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
He's a very active member of the Old Farts group.
And that's where we had the drone meetup, right there on that pier.
Yeah, Mark is he's pretty good at editing, that's for sure. He has fun.
I guess that ferry goes to what? Martha's Vineyard or Block Island or where?
Oh.
And he's a DJ, so he's really good with the music too.
Very nice, Mark. Very nice.
Very nice, Mark. Great video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I forget, Bob, I don't know if I've given you a personal invitation to come to the South Florida Drone Meetup. We're going to have it in Jensen Beach, Florida on April 2nd, 2022.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And it's free.
Oh, that might be useful.
So come on down.
Minor thing,
Yeah.
Getting there is half the fun,
It was a fun time. We had a great, and Lauren, we'd love to see you. And Lauren, I hope you can go to Spin Up, man. I'd love to meet you. And that's not far away now.
Yeah. No, like I say, I'm trying. It's getting real close. I haven't bought the tickets yet, and that's mainly because, and I would like to, but I got to see if I can even do it.
Lauren, I got your name down. You have to come.
CaptainRay, look, he got that pad. Look, he got you down. Well, guys, look, I want to, if you would, you say your goodbyes. Lauren, we'll start with you, and then Bob, and then we'll try to end it here. We try to go a little bit, about an hour, and of course, Bill Thomas comes on with Coast to Coast Drones, and support all your drone channels. But go ahead, Lauren, take it away.
Well, hopefully you guys got a little bit out of my ramblings. I don't know if that was very informative at all, but I can say some things. I can't say everything, as you guys are well aware.
Well, we appreciate everything you said. Some stuff is some
some man's junk is another man's gold, though. But,
No.
nice meeting you, Bob, and hopefully
Good
we'll
to
see
meet you.
again. Like I say, I've seen you in a few shows so far, so.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And maybe we'll see you in Vegas.
That would be great. I would take you out to Lovell Canyon or out to Mesquite. There's some beautiful places. The Virgin River Valley out there would be great. So I'd like to thank everybody. I have to tell you, this drone channel, this Old Farts with Drones, the group keeps growing every day. I'm getting about 40, 50 people a day, and it's getting more and more exciting. I will have some hats and shirts soon, but that's coming. But we really appreciate everybody, and it's become a really pleasurable place to share your drone videos and your experiences and ask questions. That's what we want. So I really appreciate everybody, and let's keep having fun.
Absolutely.
Flying for fun.
Well, there you go, and I just want to say thank you to Lauren and Bob for joining us tonight, and everybody in the chat. We appreciate you coming in. Johnny and I, we do put an effort into trying to make an interesting show for you guys, and I can't say it's been my pleasure. And Johnny is a good friend of mine now, and that's one thing that's great about this whole drone community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody will help anybody. I found that out. All you got to do is reach out and ask.
Absolutely.
Ask a question.
Be more than happy to help you. But get out there, fly your drones, fly for fun, as they say, and fly safely.
Yeah, we want to remind you next week we got Kelly Shores and Billy Kyle. So tune in for that. And then we'll have Hey Kesselou coming on, I think, on the 13th. So we got some great guests coming up. And Kelly will give us an update on Spin Up, of course. That was what we want to talk about. And then, hey, guys, check your channels, check your subs. Sometimes you get unsubscribed and, tune in to all the shows. I mean, I know it's hard to watch all the shows, but, hey, try to go in the chat and say hello. And, everybody puts a big effort. And we want to thank y'all again, Lauren and Bob. And, hey, guys, get out there and fly and catch coast-to-coast drones right after this on Bill Thomas. Hey, everybody have a great night. And if y'all two want to stick around a few minutes, y'all can hang out in the back room a few minutes. Good night, everybody.
Have a good